Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us, and for this new figure unboxing and review we're going to be looking at the Siege from the Wfc Cybertron trilogy twin pack of Rumble and Ratbat. So obviously these are very basic figures, so we're going to make this video as interesting as we possibly can. We're going to have a look at them unboxed and in both of their particular modes. What we will then do, we will have a look at some of their more I suppose interesting incarnations of them. This is Rumble from the Alternators line. This is Ratbat from the Japanese exclusive for Cybertron toy line. We'll then of course have a look at them compared with their G1 selves. And of course there's many other incarnations. Oh, that's the masterpiece one of this particular figure. And of course it would only seem right to see how that they fit in and out of both of the sound waves that were released in the Siege and Earthrise trilogy. So quite a lot to get through, and again, as I said, hopefully making these guys as interesting as possible, which to be honest they are. I mean, they're still incredibly popular characters. I'm not going to get involved with the argument over which one is Rumble and which one is Frenzy. On this particular packaging it does say that this one is Rumble, and that is of course how he was originally packaged and how he always was in the comic book. But let's have a look at it. So you can see there they are all tied in. Great little figures. I missed these first time around. We were on lockdown when these were released, so I couldn't get them. There's some brilliant artwork of them, and funnily enough I brought these from Rohan, whose eBay name is Blue Streak, so thank you very much for him. And there we are on the back. So what I'm going to do now is just quickly cut these guys out of here and come straight back to you. Okay guys, so here they are outside of the packaging. Let's do a bit of first impressions and some comparisons straight away. I'm just going to move Rumble out of the way now. We're going to start off with looking at Ratbat, and I'm going to be honest, these are super basic, but they've just got this, I suppose, endearing little thing about them. The fact that they are basic. These are even more basic I think than the Generation 1 version. There's hardly any detail. I mean, I suppose there's a bit of detail there, to be honest. The feet just fold out, and the wings again just move up and down into the side. I will do the transformation process for you in a second, and I'll show you how he can be used. That's what I mean as well, used. So not just a cassette to go inside Soundwave's chest, but he could also be used as a shield. I think they were trying to aim it at. Right, let's go with the strangest, one of the strangest versions of him, which I've got to put flat. That is the Fall of Cybertron version of him. We've got the original Generation 1 there, which as you can see by his wingspan is much bigger. He's a much bigger figure. Same pretty much idea though, with the folding out wings, just bigger. I suppose the only difference with the Generation 1 is he's actually got these additional ears here. You can see at the side the feet fold out, the wings are the same with the same bends in it, but he's just got the additional part of the wings there. Is he going to balance for me? Probably not. There we go. And then of course we've got the masterpiece version as well, which is there. And then while we're here, I'll just show you a couple of other figures that basically they use the same mold for. So we have we've got Wing Thing here, which was part of Generation Selects, and we've got Scar, which again was, I think, yeah, it was a Generation Selects pack for Double Dealer. So quite a few figures of him. Let's move these out of the way, and in fact I've got one more version to show you just for 2 seconds. And again, it's what I was referring to earlier. I'm not going to get involved in the argument, but this is an original vintage sealed Ratbat and Frenzy, and as you can see, Frenzy in this particular instance is definitely blue. There you go. That's an original Ratbat there, unfortunately yellowing on the bubble. Let's have a look at this tech spec then while we're here, because it should all still be the same. So that's the G1 version of him. Right, let's move this out of the way. So here he is. His transformation process is super simple. Let's fold the head up into position, tuck the legs in, and then we're just going to fold these over. Now again, disappointing, I think, that this doesn't have or look much like a cassette, to be honest. What we can do is that we can fold this bit out like so, and then if we take Soundwave, this is the Netflix version, and if we pop this there on the side of his arm, you can see that he acts as a sort of shield. That's what they're trying to say it is anyway, to be honest. Not me, that's what they're trying to say. It's not the greatest, is it? Let's be honest. But I think the main reason is that for some silly reason, that when they made this, he's just a fraction too big. Look, I'll pop him inside this one. I'm turning it over that way. The reason why I'm turning it over that way is because of this little lip there. It makes him even bigger. He does just about fit in, but you can see you've got this gap here. So a bit of, you know, bad, I don't know, what should we say? They perhaps could have made that a little bit better. So that's the Netflix Soundwave. And just to prove this as well, on the other one, this is the Seige one, which of course we're going to get a reissue without the damage for Legacy. So this particular guy doesn't really fit in these, not very well at all. Whereas the other guy you'll see in a second fits in brilliantly. So let's move him out of the way. So that's enough of Ratbat for now. Let's bring in Rumble. So here's little Rumble. I really like this, I suppose more so because he's cute, but again, super basic. If you compare him to the G1 original, the G1 original's got more articulation, it's got shoulders, the arm, oh no, is it about the same? Do these fold? It's probably about the, oh no, it's not, it's just the fists there, whereas there's quite a bit more, and of course it's that little bit bigger. So let's do some Rumble comparisons then. So we've got the big alternator behind him. That's this. That turned into a car, by the way. Is he going to balance? Oh no, don't knock over him. Let's bring him over here. That's the only negative thing with the G1s. The legs get very, very loose. So I've got a Fall of Cybertron version of him as well. We've got a Masterpiece one. We've got a Combiner Wars one. And that's pretty much it for this particular guy. So you can see how he's evolved over the years as well. Looking really good. So let's take these guys away and let's do the transformation process for him. So what we're going to do, we need to fold the shoulder bit up, turn the arm down like so, literally fold the shoulder bit up, fold the hand down, turn these around so you've got this open space there, and then this will of course cover and tab in there on the top of the arm. So there's the hole, there's the tab, bring it up and over and clip it into place. This one at least looks a lot more like a cassette. So let's pop him into these to see how this works. Again, still slightly too big, you can see that. However, this is a little bit better. Tiny little gap. He fits much better, but again, it's a little bit of a pain in the bum when you're trying to eject it like so. So there is the Seige and soon to be Legacy. Here is the Netflix in tiny little gap. Again, much better, and I'm sure you'll agree, looks better as well. Right, let's pop him out. Just realized very quickly I didn't show you this guy. So this is, as I say, a Takara exclusive. It is of course a redeco and slight retool of the Generation Scourge figure, and yeah, this is probably the rarest Ratbat figure that I own anyway. I'm not saying that it's the rarest, there might be a few more out there. It's just, as I say, the one that I've got. But if I'm going to be honest, the main reason that I got these little figures was to of course complete the set, because you've got to have them all, haven't you? So we've got them there. Where have I just put him? So I've got to transform these back very quickly. Just fold out the legs, bring the head forward for you, and as I say, we know there's a few more figures, we know there's Overkill, Slugfest, etc., but I think for this particular lot, please stand up for me. Just going to very quickly transform him back, fold his legs out, turn them around, fold his legs out, turn them around, hands out, and out. And of course you could as well with this do exactly the same as what I did with the Ratbat. That is of course fold this bit out, this tab, and he would fit or attach, shall we say, to the forearm, or to any 5-meter peg, to be honest, on any of the figures. So there you go. You can even carry him around on the side if you wanted to, or as I say, when you was using with double dealer, the other cassettes, you could attach him to the back of him. But right, let's get all these guys out, let's put them all here for you, and I think that, as I say, will be enough for these very nice, very interesting, very basic, very loved, huge, is he going to stay there for me, huge fan favourites. So the two that we were looking at were just Rumble and Ratbat. There you go guys. Hope I made these interesting for you. Thanks very much for watching. Take care.
Thanks for watching. Like and comment, and don't forget to subscribe.